Well, hello. Welcome to the devotion for Tuesday, August the 18th. Pastor Matt picked out the scriptures for the month of September. I really like the way he's done it, intermingling the epistles, some of the shorter ones, and then in between putting different psalms. And I do today's psalm, I think, wow, how appropriate it is for the time in which we live. And at the opening of this psalm is ask a question that every one of us have asked and do ask. Let me just though go read verse 2, where the cry, the prayer is, "Rise up, O judge of the earth. Render punishment to the proud." And then they ask a question of the Lord. How long, Lord, will the wicked? How long will the wicked triumph? Wow. See, you and I aren't the first ones to ask that question, are we? That's probably been asked from the beginning of creation almost, as people have sought to do right and yet have watched people do wickedly, and often it seemed like those who did wicked prospered. So that is the question. You may be able to think about a situation like that today. How long will the wicked triumph? And he goes on and he talks about these wicked people. He describes them. He says they utter speech and they speak insolent things. All the workers of iniquity boast in themselves. You know, boastfulness. Be careful. The workers of iniquity boast in themselves. They break in pieces your people, O Lord. They afflict your heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger. They murder the fatherless. Yet they say, the Lord doesn't see, nor does the God of Jacob understand. Wow. Not only do they do horrible things, but in their pride, the Lord doesn't see. Nothing is going to happen to us because we have done this. The psalmist goes on to say, understand, you senseless among the people, and you fools, when will you be wise? He calls these wicked people fools for thinking that the Lord is not aware and that the Lord will not deal with this. But then he comes down and hopefully he's speaking to you, to me here. Verse 12, blessed is the man whom you instruct, O Lord, and teach out of your law, that you may give him rest from the days of adversary, until the pit is dug for the wicked. For the Lord will not cast off his people, that's a promise, nor will he forsake his inheritance. But judgment will return to the righteous, and all the upright in heart will follow it. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Who's going to stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Who's going to help me? Verse 17, unless the Lord had been my help, my soul would have soon have settled in silence. If I say my foot slips, your mercy, O Lord, will hold me up. In the multitude of my anxieties within me, your comforts delight my soul. Verse 20, I'm just going to go and read it. Shall the throne of iniquity which devises evil by law have fellowship with you? They gather together against the life of the righteous and condemn innocent blood. But the Lord has been my defense, and my God, the rock of my refuge. He has brought on them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. The Lord our God shall cut them off. The psalmist begins by asking, when will the judge of the earth rise up and do something? And why are workers of iniquity able to get away with it? But he closes with this understanding. God will judge the wicked. He will cut them off in their own wickedness. The Lord will cut them off. Salvation is by grace through faith. Jesus took our penalty. He took the wrath of God upon him. But you know, I believe Paul, as I read the New Testament, lived with this understanding of the account he would give to God someday, knowing he was saved, but yet even his actions would be judged. And so it is for the wicked. I personally believe as there's different levels of rewards for Christians, there will be different levels of judgment and punishment for the lost. And many times I hear people that are so frustrated over what's happening in the world and how the wicked seem to be flourishing and how it's not fair and how this needs to change and that needs to change. Brothers and sisters, I want to say to you today, nothing that's happening is surprising the Lord. And we can just work ourselves up into being totally in unrest, concerned over everything they seem to be getting away with. But I want to promise you, someday the Lord will settle accounts. And he simply says to us, blessed is the man whom you instruct and teach out of your law. Let's make sure we have hearts that we allow God to instruct us, that we keep our eyes upon him, that we walk in righteousness, and that we trust him for the outcome. The Lord is our defender. He is our protector. God bless you. Have a great day.